Hello and welcome back to another one of my absolutely fantastic Division 2 videos, and I kind of want to apologise because I wanted to get these out a lot quicker because I'm still really enjoying Division and I've got a lot of builds I want to showcase and get people's thoughts on and blah de blah de blah de blah de blah. However, where I'd stopped playing for so long, I've got so much to catch up on, such as the seasons as well as just material grinds, because I didn't know optimization was a thing and now I do. Well, obviously since I've been doing these videos I do. So I've just got a lot of materials that I didn't want to show builds that weren't optimized fully, because why not show them at their max potential. However, first, a message from this video's sponsor. That's right, 263.94. Got you on camera, you bugger. Yeah, I know some absolutely weirdos, by the way. Yeah, it's all in good fun. Middle of a recording, pops in with that. What a bastard. Anyway, this is my skill build. There are many a skill build out there, I am sure, because they're basically the go-to for anything harder than hard. Although I like them, they're not my go-to, but I do like a good skill build now and then. I typically run them when I'm running max directive, just because it just makes things easy. Because skill builds just make things easy. So this is just going to show the skill build I use, especially now within Season 4's repeat. You can get a lovely exotic called Waveform. Yay! Which is a little bit, just a little bit busted on a skill build. I've also gone into a lot of in-depth to figure out what's better, glass cannon, kinetic momentum, and without going too much into it, if you like just sitting back, putting your skills out, kinetic momentum seems to do more. The glass cannon is multiplicative, so because it's amplified damage, so therefore it's multiplicative. So when you're using capacitor and then shooting stuff, the buff that capacitor gives is also then has the buff from glass cannon multiplied. So if you're actively shooting things and getting a lot more damage out by using force multiplier, the named Hannah U backpack, with glass cannon and the capacitor buff, overall then your skills will do. Initially, hit for hit, it doesn't seem like a lot more, but then over the course of a mission, it is a lot more. I think it's averages between like 3,500 to about 6,000 damage, depending on your build and your setup. Less shot for shot, or more. If you're using glass cannon, you do 3,500 to 6,000 damage per shot on your turret, mainly. More when using glass cannon with full stacks of force multiplier and capacitor. If you just sit back and don't do anything and just let your skills get on with it, I think your skills do something like 2,000 damage more shot for shot, that with kinetic momentum rather than glass cannon. So it's a playstyle thing. With that in mind, I like being quite aggressive with my skill build, but I also don't like being one shot. So I do run kinetic momentum. I do know the difference. I do know how they work. It's a personal choice for me. Okay, thank you very much. Glad we got that out of the way. For those that didn't know that, look up a guy called Patrick Wolf. Can't be giving other YouTubers a mention on the, but yeah, look him up. He actually goes quite in depth with the difference and showcases it all, and it's quite good. Anyway, without further ado, let's actually have a look at the mentalist skill build that I am running. So first things first, obviously running technician, because you get a free skill tier and 10% damage to drones. Capacitor, mine is okay. Upon hitting a target, you get a damage stack of 1.5 damage, stacked 40 times. This is a 60% damage buff, and you gain 7.5% weapon damage for every skill tier you have. Only caps out at skill tier 6. I'm also running Harmony. Mine is terrible. This is years old, and I hate the friggin' DZ, so I'm not going to get another one. Runs with Perfectly in Sync. Skills give you 15% weapon damage. Shooting enemy gives you 15% skill damage. apply both at the same time and it's doubled. Yay! What was it, 10%? I can't remember. I like to use capacitor at short to mid range and harmony at long range. I've seen a lot of people use test subjects to ARs. I find that a bit weird and a very good way to rinse your ammo. And I also find ARs at very long distances, particularly because the idea is to get those damage stacks up on capacitor, pretty hard to do. Empress mask with skill haste, skill damage. I am running a skill haste mod, so I want to go over my mods a bit later on. Skill haste isn't too far off, but still. Okay, so force multiplier, the Hanayu backpack comes with perfectly combined arm. Shooting enemy provides 30% skill damage. With and wear chest with kinetic momentum. This is pretty much god rolled now. Skill haste, skill damage. Need better skill haste mods, but again, I want to go over that again in a bit. Kinetic momentum, like I said, I do find better for my playstyle. If you're a lot more aggressive and you don't take too much damage when shooting stuff with a skill build, glass cannon will be the better option. Waveform. This is quite an interesting piece. I've managed to max it out, and basically every second you gain a stack on one of your skills. Each stack is 3% damage. After 10 seconds it hits max stack, which is 30%, and then it swaps or degenerates and builds up on the other skill, constantly swapping. A wave, if you will. Waveform, get it? Empress gloves, skill damage, skill haste, nothing too special here. This will give you skill health, skill damage and skill efficiency. And then for the knees again, Empress. Skill efficiency, as far as I can figure out, is quite literally skill damage, skill health, skill cooldown, status effects, literally everything to do with skills. And from what I can figure out, 1% translates to 1% across the board. So if you have 10% skill efficiency, that's another 10% skill cooldown, skill damage, status effects, yeah, it's a little bit mental. Anyway, just while I'm running around in the White House, I'm going to be, I don't know, talking about some numbers. My plan for this build is once I've got all the skill haste maxed out on all the pieces, and I've got some decent armor on kill, I will be placing all of the mods, my skill haste mods, on my build to armor on kill, simply because where I play quite aggressively, I take quite a bit of damage, and skill builds are very, very good at killing. So my idea is to put armor on kill. I do know it works with skill builds, but how effective it will be, only time will tell. At the moment, it is too much of a sacrifice for me to lose all of that skill haste cooldown. So yes. Anyway, here you can actually kind of see waveform in motion as it tracks from one skill to the other, along with how much damage you can get with capacitor on your skills. I'm hitting about 210,000, however it is now currently swapping over to the other skill, which means I am going to be losing quite a bit of damage. Oh no, it's actually coming back, so that's 283,000 damage a shot, which I feel is pretty decent. On my turret it goes to like 196,000, but anyway, 3-piece Empress, 1-piece With and Wear, 1-piece Hanayu, named backpack, force multiplier, and the waveform exotic holster is my build. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully this will give you guys a different idea, or at least helped people figure out whether they want glass cannon versus kinetic momentum. But in the meantime, have fun, good luck, don't die. It's bad for the health.